allow the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this moment. It is Maiyegun brunch time live. Thank you so much, Milady. Ada Zion. Thanks for joining us.
Read the caption of the broadcast as usual. That's what you should do first. Read what is this going to be about, all about. Then read the description as well. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them Maiyegun today, just like that. It's going to always be one scandal after the other. You will chop scandal. You will shop. You will shop shaggy.
where you have Tifnumbu, the Jaga Adit, the Jaga Banditi. Here is another one. The House of Representatives of Nigeria versus the Women Affairs Minister. It's all about money. Missing money. Toyin Aimakhu. He's back in the news. Negative reasons again. Now she's saying that she's ready to die, but she will not die alone. She will die with those who have been trolling her. Allah since yesterday. She arrested somebody who they kind of abused themselves online. Toyin, after a few days, called on the useless Nigeria police to pick up a young man. They had exchanges on social media. When they didn't find the young man, they arrested his mom. Now, Toyin says the people were paid to attack her. People were paid to kill her. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are joining us today. It is the brunch time with Maiyegun, and we're just going to kind of start with the viral video, which is like the viral exchanges between the members of the Nigerian House of Representatives Committee on Women Affairs. So they had this chat with Uju Kenedy. Remember, she's the one that objected to the Niger State government marrying off, Niger State speaker marrying off over 200 orphans. Yeah, the children of those killed by terrorists. So as a means of survival or something, or empowerment. So the speaker decided to sponsor 200 and something wedding that the communities were organizing, marry them off. And that was when Uju Kenedy sort of made the news as the Minister of Women Affairs, Minister for Women Affairs. That's impossible. We'll never allow underage marriage. Anyway, the Islamic Sharia North, they went after her. And guess what happened? The reason why you didn't hear anything about that anymore was that you had to go and apologize to the clerics. I'm sorry. Not only that, he also gave money in support of the wedding. And that's why you didn't hear much about it anymore. Now, that same Uju Kenedy is now being accused of diverting the money allocated to her ministry while she's running a one-man, two-man show. The exchanges has made it to the social media. It's about money. Now listen to me, kind of watch the women, the lawmakers and the minister and the exchanges.
Appropriated for 2023 from the Accountant General's office. Was it released to the account of the Ministry of Women Affairs? Yes or no?
Honorable Minister and your team, Mr. DFA, I'm at a loss because fortunately I attended the last meeting, and one of the reasons why we took you on oath was to get the truth from you. And today you have deviated. You have deviated because you did say, yes, there was release of money, and you take instruction from principal. And there and then, I confronted permanent secretary. He said he was not in the known. And I still making my statement that you are running the ministry with your minister. Both of you will be
I take exception to that. Please don't interrupt, honorable member. Don't interrupt.
I take exception to this.
Don't interrupt, honorable member.
allegations. I
Please
don't
let
want
her
it.
finish.
I am not
Stop
scared to anybody.
interrupting
I don't
honorable
want it.
member.
And she should
Honorable
withdraw
Minister,
that
calm
statement she said
down.
about me.
Honorable Minister, calm down. Honorable Minister,
I
calm
am
down.
repeating what I said. I confronted the permanent secretary and the DFA last week Thursday. I'm still alive talking. You did say it's what they approved to you. I said, Mr. Pam said, what happened? You are not in the known. I said, look, I was twice commissioner in my state, and the accounting officer is the permanent secretary. Please, you people should work with the permanent secretary. Didn't I say so, Mr. DFA? I am still saying it because from the revelations, what's coming out is one-man show. One-man show you people are doing two-man show.
Can I talk to
We will call you when you have to call. Just calm down.
She laid
Don't
an allegation
worry. You will
against
talk.
me.
You will
She
have your
laid an
time.
allegation
You
against
will
me.
have your
I know
time.
people say it's a
Honorable
fair trial.
Minister,
I'm
you
on
will have
trial.
your time.
Right.
You will have your time.
Chairperson.
Yes.
It's not fairness here. It's a trap. It's a trap, but
you.
I'm not going to
Thank
jump
you.
into it.
Thank you,
I will
Chairperson.
not jump into the trap.
Please,
Chairperson,
Honorable
thank
Minister,
you.
I
please.
fear nothing. I've stolen nothing. I don't have
Honorable
any interest in any of these
Minister, you
things.
will have your
I
time
have
to talk.
never tampered with anything. That's why I don't fear anybody. I'm not
Honorable
fearing.
Minister, Honorable
Please,
Minister,
Honorable Minister, we are
Honorable
working
Minister.
with records. We are working
Honorable
with
Minister.
records. We are working with records.
Contracts. On the issue of the contract, even the ones given while I was there, they have not been paid. Yes, they have not been paid. So there is no partiality here except that we are underfunded. We don't have money. They have not been paid. That's why we moved the ongoing project to this year's budget so that they will be able to pay them.
Appropriated for 2023.
So, there's a record that money was released to her. But he will not let anybody accuse her of diverting any money. The point is that, yes, some people have not been paid because we don't have money. And we have moved them to this year. Don't accuse me of diverting money. But there is a record here. The money has been released to you. And you said you are only obeying the order of the principal. Who is the principal? Tifnumbu. I mean, who is going to go there and ask him? Mr. Tifnumbu, did you give your minister the approval to divert this money? Who is going to go ask? Well, she is right there in front of them, despite all the record. I mean, like something she admitted to before, before today. She admitted to it only to turn around, just make a 360-degree turn around like that. No, not even 360. It should be 180-degree because 360 means like just like to the same direction. No, she's making a total U-turn, like that the money, they are asking you about money paid to you, and people are not being paid. The contractors that were working for the ministry have not been paid, but the money has been paid to you. No. I will not take that allegation. No. Then what happened to the money? What happened is that we don't have money. But there is money paid. Nigeria. Here is another one. The former rubber stamp senator or senate president of Nigeria, rubber stamp Lawan, he's also talking about the insecurity as well as food shortages or food crisis food crisis in Nigeria. Something they all have something to say about. But there is a ministry though that will now come and take care of your. Anyway, listen.
That patience, tolerance is they are both elastic, but they are not eternally elastic. Our students are facing real hunger. I traveled to 2 states last week, in the north particularly, and I've seen firsthand how people, especially those who are neither in the civil service nor in any business, common everyday citizens, are suffering, fighting, struggling to have food at least once in a day. Under normal circumstances, Mr. President, in the rainy season, from maybe June up to September or October, when there will be harvest of new foodstuff, prices escalate. Prices of foodstuff. Now we don't even have. That's the truth. Mr. President, in today's national dailies, the executive arm of government is saying is considering reducing or removing taxes on imported foodstuff. Mr. President, here's the catch. This Senate must engage the executive immediately. What are the issues? Which taxes are they talking about? Because we should be seen to be doing the right thing. We have really little or nothing in our food reserve across the country. And nobody should come and tell us they will distribute foodstuff from our silos. The silos are empty, Mr. President. So it means we have to import food. And if we have to import, it means we need foreign exchange. And that is scarce. We have to engage with administration. We have to help the administration. Mr. President, we are the most vulnerable in the leadership arrangements of this country, members of the National Assembly. Everybody looks up to senators or members of the House of Reps. In fact, people see senators like the messiahs. Any problem, they say, go for a senator. So if we don't take immediate action, and our citizens, under this situation of increased fuel price, increased electricity price, increased everything, and we are yet to get the right measures to provide cushions for our citizens. We wouldn't like the kind of thing that we see in our streets. And it is time that we take every possible action together with the executive arm of government to ensure that food flood our country, the right food. Importation, government must be entirely responsible, because we cannot take people for granted for too long. We have come almost to the end of their patience. And I think the elasticity is now going to snap if we are not careful. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you. The same way you feel, and the same way we all feel, that Nigerians cannot suffer from hunger while the government has the capacity to ameliorate the situation. By removing import duties on all the food items, it's a way to flood the market and flood the country with food, with cheap and affordable food, so that nobody will say, because I paid tariff, or I paid import duty, or paid levies while bringing the food in, that's why I'm putting a high price on them. So that's only one step. The other aspect of it is that Senator Mustafa has just informed me that this morning he showed me videos of tens and tens of hundreds of trucks moving from Indorama and other places with fertilizer to see how we can take advantage of this window before the major rains ravage the situation, to plant things that are short-term based. So in your various senatorial districts, each senator, how many bags of fertilizer per senator? Huh? 1,200 will be given for immediate distribution across the senatorial district. So those things are moving now. The delay was as a result of the need to get the. So we must also assist our people to produce. Don't worry about it. If you don't have it, you tell your constituents they've not brought your own. It is not because the Senate President announced it that your house will be flooded to give fertilizer. But what I'm saying is, he has explained that it was because of approval, because of security reasons, and they needed to be sure that the fertilizers will not enter into wrong hands. So, but they have started moving them today. And I'm saying in essence that we must find every means available to get to the farm. So, Distinguished Senator Alero, you may just make your contribution, then we go into the prayers.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Distinguished managers.
That is how they play you in Nigeria. And I believe that these guys, they actually believe that they are leading the country of fools. I'm convinced. Okay? You see, some of you are like, oh, they are using, they must be using voodoo on them. Oh, they must be too. That's a different one now, right? These guys, the way they actually see Nigeria is like they are leading a country of fools. Let me give you some background. You see that guy that first spoke? That's the immediate, past Senate president of Nigeria. The guy that was supposed to be the trump card of Bokuwari's cabal. He was running to be president, where they ended up taking the ticket from the person who won the primary to become the senator of their party. They took the ticket from him and gave it to that guy. But do you know that the last 1 week of that madman's time in the Senate, you know what they did? For 8 years, Bokuwari and Emefiole, they were printing money, shipping the money out of Nigeria, emptying the Nigeria Central Bank of whatever forex there was. Now, all of these were all in contravention of the Nigerian law, a lawless country though. The last 3 days of Bokuwari's time, Bokuwari mobilized $35 million cash. And they gave that madman 20 million of that cash in dollars to share among 109 senators in Nigeria. Bajabia Mole, how did I know? We revealed that on this platform. When Bajabia Mole never finished the sitting of their National Assembly because the $15 million they gave to him to share among the 360 House of Representative members, Bajabia Mole shared $3.59 million, $10,000 to them. They discovered later that Bajabia Mole actually collected $15 million from Bokuwari. What for? For them to move a motion and say all the money that Bokuwari already printed, borrowed without their approval. Printed money alone was 27.5 trillion naira. That madman and the rest of them, they just, they approved everything to make it look like Bokuwari got the approval before he went to go and print the money, that madman. The result of that, this. People are more hungrier and poorer. When the money that could have been used, or the money that could have been invested in Nigeria on Nigerians were shared by these rogues, only to turn around and say, oh, we must be seen to be working. We must be seen to be doing something, even when we are not doing anything. I'm showing you these faces so that when the casala bursts, make una know the fight, make two people know the fight over one person. You go to see all of your target, the criminals responsible for whatever you are facing today. Nigerians are starving because they are asking you to go to the farm and do whatever, right? But for those who have been to the farms, we'll keep reminding you their experiences.
Unu n'anya kita, unu ya afuna ndị ọlụ anyị ha kọchago nkita ata ngwa nezie n'anya ka unu fụzie efi na n'anya n'Imo ka unu fụ efi unu afụ efi niile ju ebe a kita ọ na-emebili ndị mmadụ ife n'Imo unu nwa ka anyị na-agwa efi niile ajụ ebe a kita ọ na-emebili ndị mmadụ ihe n'ugbo na n'anya ọ efi ndị Fulani ọnya dịsi ihe niile na n'anya ọ na-emebili ndị mmadụ ihe everywhere ihe niile akọ na n'Imo ọ na-emebisi ya na akunu fia now ụmụaka ada n'ife na-efe ebe a so na olugo na apani hancha niile hapụ na n'Imo anyị achọzifa na be anyị na anya kunu fo efi ju ihe niile unu afụgo ya olugbo niile ndị mmadụ kọ ha na-emebisi ya na ka ha na-amụ ọmụ ya mana nsogbu adịrọ ọ n'Imo ekwuzi nke emekịta ha hapụ hancha niile akwani ebe ndị yutu na-akọ ọlụ ka ha bịa kịta wee chile efi na-agagharị.
Can see I'm at one of the farms, and before I move to the next one, just look at before you say that they are not herdsmen, look at you say that they are the ones. See the way they scattered everything in this farm, everything. Look at somebody's sweat. Is this fair? Look at this is somebody's sweat. This is somebody's sweat. This is somebody's sweat, and the person's whole farmland is gone. Is this fair? Is this just? Is this okay? And our government, everybody is quiet. See the level. Look at just look at the level of damage that has been done to this farm. Is this fair? Is this fair? Is this nice? Should this be condoned? Please, me, as I'm here right now, I'm calling on government officials. I'm calling on all our representatives, community heads, our Obeni Bay, all our honorables. So you guys, please, this is not fair. These women cannot farm like this, and then all their sweat is gone just like that. It's not fair. Nobody can take this kind of thing. Nobody. No human being. Nobody can take this kind of thing. This is not fair at all. People should stop this herdsmen from these farmlands before we become so hungry that we don't have anything to eat again. Please, guys, please. This is not nice at all. This is not something that anybody should keep quiet. This is not the time for our leaders to keep quiet. This is not the time for our community heads and House of Rep members and House of Assembly and our governors to keep quiet. This is the time to spring into action. This situation should not become.
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà, ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní orí oko. Àárọ̀ ibà ni àwọn brọ́dà mi dédé pè mí. Wọ́n ní kí n máa bọ̀ lóko. Wọ́n ní kí n wá wo irú iṣẹ́ tí àwọn Fúlàní darandaran tán ṣe kílẹ̀ tó mọ́. Oko ẹ̀gẹ́ ni bíi èmi mo dẹ̀ ní oko ẹ̀gẹ́ yẹn ní ìlú Ìkẹ́rẹ́ Èkìtì. Wọ́n máa ń pe oko yẹn ní ọ̀nà mọ́là. Ibẹ̀ ni irú nǹkan báyìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀ kílẹ̀ tó mọ́. Ní àwọn darandaran náà kó ẹran wọn wọlé. Náà dẹ̀ daran sínú oko yìí. Ẹ wo ẹ̀gẹ́ tá a fi owó ńlá tá a fi ṣiṣẹ́ sí. Ìgbẹ́ wọn lẹ̀ ń wò nílẹ̀ yìí o. Ìgbẹ́ àwọn màálù yẹn lẹ̀ ń wò yẹn o. Gbogbo ibi báyìí. Oko tó ń lọ bíi about 4 hectares. Òní Fúlàní da ẹran sí. Kí kílẹ̀ tó mọ́ tán dẹ̀ ṣe báyìí tán dẹ̀ parí gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe náà ń wú ẹ̀gẹ́ yẹn mọ́ ṣe ń wú náà ń kó fún àwọn ẹran wọn táwọn ẹran ń jẹ ẹ wo nǹkan o ṣé a lè sọ pé ìjọba wà ní Nàìjíríà báyìí àbí ká sọ pé àwọn tó ń ṣèjọba ká sọ pé wọn ò mọ ojúṣe wọn torí tó bá jẹ́ pé ìlú tí ìjọba wà ní tí àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń ṣèjọba tán mọ ojúṣe wọn kò sẹ́ni tó lè déédéé wọnú oko ọmọ ẹnìkejì ẹ̀ kó dẹ̀ dẹ́rù kan báyìí wò lóru mọ́jú àmọ́ mò ń ṣe eléyìí kí gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà kán lè mọ nǹkan tí à ń fèsì lápá ibí lórí oko àwa tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ oko nílẹ̀ Yorùbá pàápàá lẹ́kìtì ní Ìkẹrẹ́ ẹ wo inú oko mi ní nígbà tí a bá sọ wípé kí ìyá má jẹ ìyàwó àtọmọ káwa náà kó má dẹ̀ di pé ṣe ni à ń tọrọ jẹ àbí ṣe là ń hùwà tí ò tọ́ nínú ìlú tá a wọnú oko lọ tá a ṣiṣẹ́ oko tó wá di pé òru gànjọ́ ni àwọn Fúlàní náà dẹ̀ kó ẹran sí náà ṣe gbogbo oko yẹn bó ṣe wù wọ́n ẹ máa wò.
So those are the ingredients of food crisis in Nigeria. But Akpabiole wanted to sound like we are doing something. Do you know that that rubber stamp Lawan said, Tifnumbu kept saying they have released stock of food from the Nigerian silos, that the silos are empty. Silos of Nigeria is empty. Nigeria would have to import food. And doing so means your scarce forex would have to be mopped up and used to get that, right? Which will also further destroy your naira. Are you following? But Akpabiole continue to say, oh yeah, how much fertilizers? Senators are to be given 1,200 bags of fertilizers to go and farm in their villages. And it will be written down as part of the achievement. Fertilizers were given to all senatorial districts in order to improve food production in Nigeria. Tinubu's government is doing to improve this or that. That's why I said they believe they are leading a country of fools. Unfortunately. And there's something about foolish people. They are very dangerous people. Sometimes some of you will think foolish people are just foolish people and useless. No, they are not useless. They are not useless. Foolish people are not useless. They are dangerous. And you must be very, very careful about foolish people, especially foolish people in large numbers. Because in a democracy, they can elect a president. And then the person the foolish people foist on you as your president can destroy and ruin your life, ruin your business, ruin your marriages, ruin your health, and destroy generations. That is why you shouldn't look at foolish people as useless people. No, they are not useless. You must be very careful of them. You must be. It's unfortunate, right? So they are asking, or let me say, they are saying that let's pretend, or should we say, let's be seen to be doing something, even when we are not doing anything. So that is a clip I'm bringing to you all later this evening. It is from Undume that is now complaining that if nobody sees him, some of his ministers don't see him. I don't know how true that is. But everybody is coming to the reality of come. When you join to watch Maiyegun's Diary Political, and I bring their face to you, I'm just showing you every one of them responsible, okay, for whatever you are going through in that contraption. And this goes without saying. Some of you who are Abobakus, Alimajiris, the ass lickers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, and the rest of you around here. Yeah, you bad idiots. Who are always looking for who else to blame for your miserable lives and existence, while you praise and defend the real criminals responsible for your miserable lives. It is also an opportunity for you when you watch Maiyegun's Diary Political to actually see the people responsible for your miserable existence and the ones somehow, not me. I'm not the person on the screen that is responsible for your miserability. These guys are responsible. Their actions, their inactions, their conspiracies, their collaborations, all of this, more or less, like they are the weapons fashioned against you, against all of us. So enabling them, defending them, energizing them is not just to the detriment of those you don't like, including yourself, to the detriment of yourself. So when you look at my screen, I am showing you those responsible for your problems. And if you don't see them, maybe I can't really help you. Here is something. A lot of people are beginning to go after those they believe contributed one way or the other to what they are facing in Nigeria today. And you know, say Nigeria, the way they will come for you, especially if you have put yourself on that avoidable, pedestal, like Toyin. See, a lot of people who sort of were like a closet wearies somehow. That's how I put it too. Closet wearies. But somehow, Tifnumbu gave all of them what you can call sort of publicity. When I say publicity, I mean you get to kind of see people for who they are than what you think they were. See, somebody said that Tifnumbu and their charade of last year actually unravel a lot of people that to this day, so many of you are still surprised by the actions and inactions, the utterances of some individuals. Some of them that you actually you held in high esteem. And then when they started, it was like, are they doing all of this because of Tifnumbu? Like, or is this who they really are, right? So many people who believe that even though Tifnumbu might have all the machinery of rigging and the rest, there were actually those who did all they could to legitimize that fraud. One of them is Toyin Aimakhu, calling herself now Toyin Abraham, the former girlfriend of Esheun Egbegbe. Yeah, a thief. Anyway, he herself is more or less like a troll. He set herself up. The last time we spoke about her on this platform, I kind of was, telling so many of you that deal with her. She's a troll herself, but leave her family out of it. But, there's little I could say. Leave her children out of it. Well, again, there's little I can possibly do about that, right? But you remember that was our last chat on her. She never stopped. Initially, there were some of these actors, actresses, right, who also openly endorsed Tifnumbu. She went extra. So she said she was told, as she met with Tifnumbu, and Tifnumbu shared all of the ideas of how to turn Nigeria around and make Nigeria better. She's so convinced. And then she publicly said she's voting for Tifnumbu, which is a right. Okay? Then on social media, once in a while, they drag her. Come and tell us that plan that Tifnumbu told you. The one you came on Twitter to brag about. Come and tell us. So she will fire back. Fire her. You this useless actress. Your movies are not good. Your movies are like shit. All that stuff, like banters like that. And then she'll be firing back. They're going to curse her, she's going to curse them back. Like, Ogunlakaye, Olorun Oba to loke, will deal with you. With, like, and people were like, and if they come for you, like that Twitter, you must be very strong-minded. You must have it in you. Just look away if you can. But she didn't. So the last time she cried on Instagram that they wished death upon her child, which was wrong, right? Then a few days ago, the dragging started again. I don't know what she did. So she feels like she is being choked and bullied online. And she needed to teach somebody a lesson. So she picked one guy. His name is Ayo. I don't know the rest. So she went to the police in Nigeria to go look and arrest the person she had a banter with on social media. Initially, she would kind of, she was crying as a victim. This is my right. I can choose. I can vote for whoever I like. I can vote for anybody I like. I said, oh, Toyin. And I used to like her. I used to. Anyway, she was there crying and I was like, okay. But she's a celebrity, a typical Nigerian. I better pass my neighbor, lawless, lawless people. She called the Nigeria police on a guy, and when they didn't find the person, they just went for his mom and his sister. They actually went for them. They went to go and look for her in a shop and arrested her. So he now went back on Twitter. I told you all, I would teach him a lesson. Now he's somewhere now. He has to go and tell the police everything he's been saying about me. Toyin, you actually use police to arrest somebody that you are both cursing yourselves on social media because you are Toyin. What the hell? So people now came for her like harder. Now Toyin is crying again. This time, they pay people to throw me. They pay people to attack me. They pay them. I mean, personally, if you ask for my own judgment, and guess what? You are just on the last run. Give it time. Give it time. Here is Toyin crying. She called herself Ashiwaju baby, by the way. This is one of those that you can actually take your anger on. Those responsible for what you are facing in Nigeria. It's beyond my political choice. I told you, if anybody tells you, but it's my choice. I will do it again. I will do it. It's my choice. You cannot be criticizing me because of the person I voted for. They are mad people. These are intentionally mad people. Okay? They have become insensitive. Sorry. They have become insensitive, so to say. Right? So, which simply means all the damages you are witnessing right now, they don't see anything wrong they've done. They will do it again. So, when you see people that tell you that I will do this again, I will do this again, what they are practically saying is that they will not stop until probably you are dead from the consequences of their actions. People like that shouldn't come out and say, it is my democratic right. No, you should keep it to yourself. That's the best you can do. When you publicly says, I supported Tifnumbu, I will do it again. You are practically telling me you are a terrorist. And your intention, everything you represent is against my life. You may not see it that way, but you can see all of this death you are witnessing. That's exactly what you are trying, what you are empowering. So this is beyond anybody telling you that. But it is my political choice. I can choose anybody I want. Of course you can, but if you keep it to yourself and let us just remain guessing. But when you come publicly and say, I'll tell you, I say, political choice, because look around you. Look at your political choice. Look around you. Ofolemashe atiwa ati Toyin fúnra right now. Listen to the video. She's everywhere right now crying. You arrested the mother of somebody that you are trolling yourselves on social media. Because you can. The Nigerian criminal police, they are always there for the highest bidder, isn't it?
I said I was not going to say anything anymore, but there are some things that you can't accuse me wrongly, and you expect me not to say something. I would not, because they may not need me. I would never arrest anybody's mother. I never arrested anyone's mother. So everybody knew that it's a different thing when you commit a crime. It's a different thing when you are a criminal, when you do something bad and people are dragging it, and you know that this is time for you to pay for the crime you committed. I have not committed any crime. I have only exercised my democratic rights. And they keep bullying me. I came on social media. I came to beg everybody to leave me the hell alone. Shefebo, anytime bully me, emi go bi mo che wa, emi go ti fe ku. Emi go fe ku, but kin to ku. Shembo, mo ready ati ku bi mo ye wa, mo fe ku. I want to die. But before I die, a lot of you bullies will die together. I have kept quiet. Bi mo che wa, you guys have pushed me to the wall. Mo ti di were. I want to die. I don't. Emi go, I want to die. I wish to die. The way I am, I want to die. Because you guys have pushed me to the wall. I did not commit any crime. I only exercised my rights. I came out, begging you guys. I did not collect money. Me ogbowo lowo anybody. Me ogbowo. I voted for Jonathan that time. And you guys did what? You bullied me. I've had it up to here. You cursed my child. You do everything to my child. I did not arrest anybody's mother. I wrote a petition. From there, they said I should go to the cyber crime. I got there. I wrote a petition. I gave them the handle. I gave them the screenshot. The reason why I didn't I didn't put Anthony, because Anthony did not defame me or boo or say something. Anthony only abused me, and I abused Anthony back. Every other thing you said, I collected money. I have said it. I need them to prove I collected money. You said you will pay my child, guys. The truth will come out very soon. These people were paid money to bully me, to ruin my career down, to ruin my life down. I have not committed any crime. The only crime I have committed is exercising my right. So me oberumo, my fear is gone. I am ready to die. You guys have pushed me. But before I die, I will make sure that everybody that bullied me, everybody that defend me oniba. So I'm ready. I am so ready. I did not do anything. Nobody came to call me out for doing anything. I have never done anything. I've been nice to people. I've been a good citizen. The only crime I committed in my life right now is that I supported another person. And you guys wanted me to support another person. That's the thing. And times with that number, sorry, me omo. I said
nuisance lele.
Emotional card, just so you know, I want to die. If you not die, I want everybody who my job is emotional card though. It is absolutely unrelated to what she's just done. Nobody is bullying her because of her supporting Tifnumbu. No. There's not even bullying. Yeah, trolling. Okay, she does too. I mean, sometimes she kind of gets so carried away in it. I mean, I see her on social media. So except if she's actually like hurting inside, something is wrong with her. Right? She brag about bringing or being part of those who brought destruction upon Nigerians. And it's expected. People were going to kind of take it on you. What do you expect? That if Tifnumbu has been doing well, do you think anybody is going to go after her? Or any of you, Olori Brukus that destroyed the lives of the people, and yet you don't even feel anyhow. You will do it again and again and again. Then you want an emotional card. I've seen a lot of that. Okay. So what she did was to try to see if she could pull her weight or throw her weight around, and then that would kind of keep everybody short. So isn't that something is wrong with her? How is that going to help her now? If somebody told you, said defamed me, defame Werewoloni, what is your fame? The type of fame that you have to kind of tell millions of those who are following you, most of them who are like young people. Is that the fame? The fame to mislead them. See, there's something called taking responsibility too. That too is something which is so rare in Nigeria. You are not used to taking responsibility. Even your criminal leaders, they are not used to taking responsibilities. You destroy the country. That's what you have done. All of you. You destroy the people. Well, you don't see it that way. You can play your emotional card here and there. What you have done is that you have bullied a poor family. That's what she did. That's what she has done. Use their weight and arrest the family member. You know they do that in Nigeria a lot. Don't find you, they arrest a family member. And then once they arrest your family member, they expect you to turn up and hand yourself in so that they can then release your family member on bail. You see why we call it a contraption? So you can cry from here to there, right? One thing I have learned from all of this now is that whenever people like this, pull their stunts of arresting any of you because you exchange anything online. I'm not asking you to defame people and lie about them, because people do that a lot. That's different. Okay? So she said, that person said, this is the defamation she's talking about, that the person said she collected money to support Tifnumbu. And she was like, I didn't collect money from them. I just voted. I just did this or that, right? Then the exchanges went on to, okay, come and tell us what he told you then. Or Ogun go kill you there. And she responded, now your entire family, your papa, your mama, Ogun go, like that. They were kind of abusing themselves. So then they turned around 2 days after that. The Nigerian police, they were hunting down a social media trope, because that person is probably lower or below Toyin in the economic ladder of Nigeria. There are some of us here that no matter what we say to this girl, this lady, right? Even when you say it to her face to face, she will probably just walk away. She will never even have this idea of, let me just go and get one of their criminal police in Nigeria to go and look for my family member. She won't. She is not a politician, but like Nigeria society is, right? The police is at the service, is at the beck and call of those who can pay. So if somebody arrests your family member because you exchange something with them online, right? The best thing is that put money together, go to another station, okay? And tell the police that there is a drug dealer in that family. Arrest any member of their family too. Arrest them for murder. Report them to the police that you witnessed them killing somebody and you want them to be arrested. Pay the police. They will pick the family for murder. They will pick your own family member for social media bullying. So then you can put the two families in that distress. I heard that, and I'm going to try that if any of them actually cross my path. It is a lawless place. So much of it. So whether you voted Tifnumbu or supported Tifnumbu, whatever it is, this is actually you bullying a poor person, a poor guy and his family. You arrested his mother. Then you said, no, we didn't arrest his mother. It was that his mother, when he was arrested, his mother said she won't go home until he's released. That's why the mother stayed with him. That's not what happened. And we all know how it does work, Abi. You pick this mom, you pick this sister, you lock them up. And when the guy heard that they've arrested his mom from her shop, he didn't walk to station. You picked her up from her shop. That's what you did. So every other thing that you are acting up like your usual worthless Nollywood that became yeah? You're now putting up your fake show. I'm ready to die. They're pulling me. Kini Moshe. I hope you see this video though, or you may never see it. But the younger people who probably sees you out there should know how horrible of human you are. A horrible human being. And they are more like that. If you look around those who are around Tifnumbu, take a look at all of them. You will see what I'm saying. They are not lunatics. They are like pure career criminals hiding under something, pretending to be who they are not. And just a little pinch like that, oh my God, you bust their ego. They become snowflakes everywhere. Everybody has power in Nigeria, and everybody get power. You defame me. Which fame you get? Fame what fame do you have there? A fame in a lawless society that the majority of you are more or less like hunting for what you can make from it, not how to make a society better. A society that you live in, a society that you are actually helping the same society to formulate opinions, to formulate ideas and all of that through your own creative and creative arts. Everybody is chasing, everybody's chasing the clouds, using the power as much as, trust any of them with small power. Even if you look at some of these weaponized poor people in Nigeria, they will tell you, if to say it's me, if to say it's me, I will arrest the entire village. That's the mindset of these impoverished, traumatized people, Nigerians. Give them small power. Say, you need to kneel down and talk to me. Do you know who you are talking to? I like who are you? Who are you? Do you know who to show that this is who they are? They can just get the commissioner of police. They can get the soldiers in like that power, and they'll get away with it. That's why we call it a contraption. So when an actress uses that too, what you should do if you feel like somebody defame you, I've said this many times. Me, I can say whatever I like, whenever I like. I'm not faceless. You can sue me. And that's when you realize that you are living in a place you can call maybe a subhuman colony, where criminals are the ones who are making the laws, are the ones who are implementing the laws, are the ones who are running the country. Why won't you have people like that? If I see anything you don't like, sue me. That's what you should do. Don't threaten me. Don't try to make me feel like I should be Maiyegun, what you said yesterday, that thing, is very angry. So we are trying to beg him now that you don't mean Ablori Brukuni. That's how one weary went on to go and speak to one of my guys, one of my people here. Can you tell Maiyegun to stop calling Tifnumbu? I mean, it is becoming like, I said, becoming what? I then share any sir. Becoming Kini. The other day, one Ashiri as well came around and was like, all the name you are calling these people, if they come for you now, you are still young for all of this. Why do you care? Why? Because you are living in a place where so many of you, as much as we know, so many of you are not really against oppression. Sure, you know. You are not really against it. You can justify it as long as it suits your own bias. Why arrest anybody? Just sue them. Take them to court. Let the court make them apologize to you or log it out. Take me to court. Sue me to any of their courts here. What you said on your program yesterday, I am taking you to court. You can't ask the police to come and arrest me. You're mad, Say, what you said yesterday hurts me. I be go down. But in a contraption, they don't even need to take you to any court. All they need to do is to get their police to pick you up and lock you somewhere
so that your family can begin to beg this person, and the person will be feeling like the big one. I said, Joe, nítorí Ọlọ́run, kò ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Joe, iṣu ni, kò ń gbọ́rọ̀, he know the hear word. Please, forgive him. Please, ma, please for. No. Your son is very, very rude. Please, ma, please. We take God beg you. Him papa don't die. Oh, I don't get anybody. Oh, please don't send my daughter to Kini. Ìlú òṣì, ìlú wèrè. And that is why people like that, probably that's where suits them to live. So when you see some of them who have political power, when you see some of them who have a small money power, they always look for who to trample upon, to show to them that they have arrived. And that is why in Nigeria, the general belief is that money talk, bullshit work, àwọn wèrè, kò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú law or human right, nothing. Money talk, bullshit work, that's everybody wants to have the money. Nobody cares where you want to make the money from. You need it because you need that leverage. It's a lawless place. So let Toyin enjoy that. Okay? We'll come back to that some other time. Meanwhile, this is a feedback though. This is from Ogun State. Yano Shasi. Where dubious Dapo started painting the road in black paint. So I'll show you. Yeah, it paid off. All of that videos of look at Ogun State roads, this or that. Dubious Dark will have started painting the roads black. Okay, giving it some temporary, so at least some part of Ogun State will receive some reprieve. I think, like you kind of will have a bit of smooth ride for a few months. Some reprieve, right? Meanwhile, in Abuja, somebody saw this. Okay, I told you, if you don't stop them, they won't stop. And those of you who are thinking you are going to remove Tifnumbu by election, you can dream on. No. Right now, I think they found this one is somewhere in Abuja. And then this northerner said, don't bring it to the north, though. It's close to the north than you can think. The 2031. So if you want to stop Tifnumbu, you would have to do it like your life depends on it. And it is not going to be elections. Aye. But you see me, I am just like your diviner. Somebody that gives you clarity. And the moment you see, it's so easy to do, right? So the moment you see clearly, and you are aware of what you need to do, now the whole thing will now be left to you. Would you do it? Would you go for it? I can't decide that for you. I can't decide that for anyone. But one thing I'm very sure I can decide is I can decide the level of your ignorance or otherwise. When I say I can define that, I mean you are presented with everyday evidence of the actions and the inactions of these rogues. So you do not actually have excuse for them to say, oh, maybe there's no maybe in their dealings. There's no maybe in what I give to you. I give everything to us here, in black and white. So just for you to have that clarity,
to understand the type of people, the type of rogues you are dealing with. And there is no way in this world should you be dealing with criminally minded rogues who have wreaked so much havoc and be dealing with them like you are dealing with human beings. You're having these human feelings, and you're having these emotions, and you're having all of that. You can't win. You must rid yourself of all emotions that will make you think, am I not thinking in the extreme? All these things where I'm thinking that I want to do if I grab these people, is that not too much? Because you're human, you may feel that way. But with the clearer or clear information at your disposal every day, then you know you are not dealing with humans. These ones are not humans. Well, they appear humans. And others will say, well, they are humans because humans and greed, they are insatiable. They are like, inseparable. When you have a human, so you have a human and you have a greed, then you also have control. Then you have contentment. Those are the characteristics that makes you human. Control, contentment, then greed. We are all greedy at something or the other. But how do we manage our greed? Control. These ones have no control over their greed. They are so blind, cold-hearted, insensitive, that it is so hard for me to believe they are humans in that regard. They can't be. Some say they are monsters. And I'm like, okay, maybe something like that. These ones can be human. If I steal billions and I'm from Odogbolu or I'm from Ijebu generally, and I drive my expensive automobiles, I have built myself this expensive mansion in the shanty, and I'm driving on a motorable road, no electricity, what does that make me? That's not human. No. And that is why when you are dealing with rogues like this, who are always showing to us that they are living in their own alternative world, the clarity you get from Maiyegun's diary political will let you know that you're not dealing with humans. And you can't be thinking 100% like humans when you're dealing with them. You need to kind of be extra void of all emotions. Emotion is the reason why they can use tribe, ethnic, religion to hoodwink you, deceive you into supporting what is so much against you, against your children, against their future, against your health, against your family, against your community. Emotion. So when you look deeper, you realize that whatever you are facing in that your small community or your bigger city, the people behind them are those who speak your language. They look like you. They talk like you. They possibly worship like you. If you pay attention, that is why when you are dealing with these rogues, you have to take away that emotion. Emotional attachment. Is a Yoruba man. I cannot fully just go out like that. I'm a Yoruba. Or he's an Igbo man, even though I don't like them, right? But I cannot fully go. I can't really deal with him like that. Something is holding me back. Oh, he's a Christian. He's a Muslim. I can't really, I can't do what is inside me. If not, because you know what I mean? These are why this emotional attachment must be removed when you are dealing with the clarity you know or you have about these rogues. That shouldn't be difficult for you to understand. Is it? Nigeria is in so much debt. When I say debt, I'm talking about debts that will run through to another 100 years. And there is absolutely nothing to show for it. Generations yet unborn are going to be born into poverty. That is the future that these rogues are building for your children. How could you not see it? How could you pretend that you're not seeing it? Eh? Or you are seeing it, but you don't understand. How? Everyone is collecting it now. Now, I've just been told that another loan they are packaging for them, $2.4 billion, is going to be delivered to them before September, in 2 months' time. And they won't start paying that back until after 20 years. Tifnumbu is actually using the future of your children as collateral for loan they are collecting now, just to share among themselves. Does that not make you feel like, which kind of country be this, for God's sake? Does that not make you feel like that? People are losing their jobs simply because of their economic policies and all of that. But it seems that even those who are losing their jobs, they are just joining the queue of the poverty capital of the world, the most impoverished people on earth. They are joining the queue. I don't understand. And that's why we just need you to know that if there is a devil, they said it's after you, but you don't know what that devil look like. I am helping you to see them. They are mostly the devil that you worship, the one responsible for your misery. So I saw that and I said, well. The news of Nigeria going on again to go and borrow $2 billion. $2 billion. And they're going to swap it with crude oil from Niger Delta. The last one was a 167 million barrel of crude oil for $3.3 billion Afrexim bank loan. 12.5 billion crude oil as a collateral for $3.3 billion loan Tifnumbu collected. I am yet to kind of grasp the detail of that other one. Oil swap, borrowing again. 2 billion for how many barrel of crude oil? And I'm talking about the crude oil that are still there now. Okay? But they have already collected this, like they have sold it for peanut again. Is that not what it is? They collected 3.3 billion from Afrexim Bank. They said it is to boost Nigeria economy. 3.3 billion. They've collected 2.934 billion from that money. What they have left from that one is now up to $400 million anymore. That one is gone. The economy is in shambles. Then another 2 billion. You see, that 3.3 billion, 167 million barrel of crude oil is cooling down for them by 2029, 2028. If Nigeria doesn't give back 5.5 billion or 5.4 billion or so, if they don't pay that back to the Afrexim Bank that gave them the money, this loan, Nigeria shouldn't pay back anymore. By 2028, they will have to come to Nigeria and take 167 million barrel of crude oil. And who is going to even measure it? Who is going to count it? Now, here is another $2 billion. That means they've sold the crude oil. They don't just take and borrow money. Now, here is another 2 billion that they are processing. It is also for crude oil. We don't know when they are going to come for that one. And all of this is just within 1 year. By the time Tinubu finish with you and finish with Nigeria, you see that bragging that you get crude oil, especially my people from Niger Delta. Our oil, our oil, our oil, our oil. By the time Tinubu is done, you see that 13% derivation they are giving you, it will stop. The amount of allocation they give to you will reduce because the oil production in Nigeria will no longer be about how much Nigeria is producing a day anymore. It's going to be about how much of Nigeria crude oil is going into debt repayments. And you know, when you are paying debt, you don't expect payment. No. They are selling this future. And we are here trying to see who is the most beautiful girl in what tribe in Nigeria. Which tribe cook the best food? Who is the owner of this type of a cloth? You are here. Every day, some of them have become tribal champions, participating in the tribal ethnic Olympics. While their future and the future of their own children, yet unborn, have been mortgaged. And they are not angry. Isn't that the twist? 1 year, you already have like over 200 million barrels of Nigeria crude oil, future oil prospects that will be used to pay debt. The debt that none of you can tell me, what is the impact of that 3.3 billion in your economy now? Anybody? Anyone? Because if you want to see, if you look at me and say, I don't wish Nigeria well, you face me right now in front of this, your screen. I want you to tell me one significant thing that you can point out in Nigeria that you will say that $3.3 billion went into in your economy. One thing. Now you're going to get another 2 billion. It's going to be gone. And you will pay back. This time you will be paying back with your resources. They don't need your money anymore. Tinubu is leading you to that path. Instead of you servicing debt, why not just take our resources to pay for it? We borrowed 3.3 billion. We're to pay back 5.5 billion. That ridiculous interest rate in 5 years. But we are giving you a collateral of $12.5 billion so that you can sell the crude oil, remove your 5.5 billion, remove your commission, and give us the rest. This is the deal Tinubu is signing up for you. Like your Samoa and the rest of them. You see, it is not about them having to wait for Nigeria to make money before they steal it anymore. They are actually like selling and selling your resources and collecting the cash now. Why some of you are still deluded that you have crude oil, you have this all over Nigeria. It is a serious mineral resources looting going on. Never seen before. No country can survive that. No country ever will survive this. None. Nigeria will never survive this too. And there's no amount of prayer that can change that too. No. You're going to be reading about them in the papers. You're going to be reading about them online. And you're going to be wondering, what the hell is going on? If you don't stop them, they won't stop. Never. They won't. So, you remember this guy? Let me go check that other name again out. Okay. because I need to mention the name properly. This is a guy, Obia Reri. I think it's Obia Reri. That's his name. I kind of would like to call him Unaemeka. He's the guy who kind of prompt and then does feature on Arise, mostly talking about economy and how the economy could be revived, how it could be helped. In fact, how this issue of Fulani terrorism, the reduction in it could really help. Nigeria could grow our own food and all that stuff, right? He has a greenhouse. He started out, I've been following him, okay? He started a greenhouse where they were growing their own food in sacks and all that. Greenhouse is when you kind of have to build a bit of a shed. You know what I mean, right? So he shared a video. He shared a video on the growth of part of that is greenhouse, kind of encouraging, farming in a way that you could still pretty much like produce a lot that you could sell or even share. And I like this. I want to share that with you. This is different from them asking you to put a sack on this by the fence of your house. This one is like a greenhouse sort of farming. And I've been told there are many in Nigeria now. Okay.
Okay, so we are double staking the plants already because the bell pepper have started gaining weight. So it's putting strain on the plant. So this is the reason why we double the staking so that they can remain erect, they can keep standing erect. So we already started doing that for this first greenhouse. And then the fruits we're having more fruits, have more fruits growing. Look at this one now. But this very plant has about 4 mature ones. Have a good number of them. See, this is another one that has, so we have them growing massively. Have them, they are all growing fruits already. So that's the progress with this first greenhouse. Okay, so where do
that's some work. So imagine if you have maybe a plot or 2 plots of land, and you could just go kind of build yourself that type of a greenhouse. It's really good, right? And you could have a controlled farming as well, and you could grow anything. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of bargaining and all of that. But it can really, really be rewarding. Did you see that room there? Especially if you have suffered from the hand of the Fulani terrorists, destroying millions of naira invested in this farming and all that. Okay, it's just an advice. So it doesn't look like me. If I see something, I'm going to share, right? So I saw that and I thought, okay, I'm going to share that. And I know some of you probably have seen stuffs like that. So you can look them online too. I'm serious. You can look them up online. If you have the capital, that you can use to set such up, I've been told is really, really rewarding, right? And you could do that all year round. You could grow anything, I believe. So thank you so much, everyone. So we have 2 options. Let me see the time. Okay. So we have 2 options, right? To read our white malice further. Okay. Remember we stopped at chapter 17, right? So we have chapter 18, which to me will be a bit of a long read. Oh, it's quite a long read. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 pages. That would take us more than half an hour to read, right? So would you want me to kind of use half an hour to jump forward again on this reading, or we should just go straight and take calls. See reactions to what we have shared. I'm already like receiving calls, right? So I'm just going to then probably just take calls, okay? Well, let's first take a break. Where's that? I'll take a break, okay? And when I get back, I will. Okay, hang on. Right, the African Wahala. You want us to read a bit, right? So this can take us another 30 to 40 minutes. You up for that, right? Okay. Normally, I'm supposed to decide before asking you, but sometimes I feel like asking you means that we are all on the same page, right? So thank you so much. I'm going to, you see, so I'm going to take a break still. I'm going to take a break. So when I get back, I'll come and take the poll and see how many of us want us to read now, or just have an open chat as well, right? I'll come back and check that out. Meanwhile, to every one of you who to everyone who might want to use that my link, buy me a coffee as usual, right? I'm going to drop the link in the comment after the break or during the break. Well, I'm coming back. Don't go anywhere yet. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I think we're just going to have to take calls, okay? I know we have, see, listen, we still have so much of books to still read here, right? So look at this. We have a tropical dependency, an outline of the ancient history of the Western Sudan with an account of the modern settlement of Northern Nigeria, right? So we have that to still go for. And this one is from Flora Shaw. Okay, one second. We have this, the destruction of Black civilization, right? Great issues of a race from 4500 BC to 2000 AD, 2000 AD. So we see have that. And then we have our white malice loaded. Okay. Even the jungle. David Undeyin said jungle, the jungle. We have that too. So I just want you all to know that the reading on this platform is because of people's requests. It's on special requests where people want to sit down and sort of listen to some of these historical accounts. So I just want you to remember that too. It won't be always be like straight to the course, okay? But I hope Maybe next time anyway. I'm going to start early enough so that we'll have space to read. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. Baba.
This is Adiola from Netherlands.
Sade. Adiola from Netherlands. How are you doing
Yes,
today, sir?
I'm good. So, I was listening to what you've been saying, regarding this Toyin Aimakhu's case. You know. The
She
thing
believes
is,
that once she started saying, I want to die, once she started crying, that will now make us look away from why would you use police to arrest somebody's mom? Come on, man.
yes, exactly.
Why would you even use police to arrest somebody you are trolling yourself online, right? Somebody you
Yeah,
responded to. Somebody will be saying, don't abuse yourself. Let's say, make me and you, they abuse ourselves now, right? Then the next thing, I don't go pick your mama. I say, what?
Yeah, that's brother. Sir, that's their aim.
Then he
Actually,
turned it around to because I supported Tinubu. Is it my fault? Come on, shut up, man. Baba.
That is their aim and their objective of supporting, APC. You understand? People like Eniola and that one as well. That's their major aim. Even if they don't have anything to gain from the government, but they just want to have that connection, such that if you can't beat them, you join them, so that you can as well just take your phone call and say, I know she eating Tinubu. Oh, this person, I know him so no more. You understand? I will call them, they will carry you, they will treat your fuck up. That is the Nigerian system. You understand? It's just a way of having connection with Agberos, people that rule Lagos, to show that I know person. You understand? And that is what
I call them now, they will deal with you. Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, exactly my point. So that's the whole point. So you think that they are supporting Tinubu because of that democratic right, but no, deep down, I know that they are not doing it because they are just doing it just for that connection, just to be part of the system, so that you can oppress your fellow guy tomorrow when you need them to. It's the same thing. I don't want to go to VDM at the moment, but they just keep it strictly Toyin.
Well, you can. I've seen that one responding to David, and I've seen people kind of like dragging themselves, and I'm like, man, I like the guy. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I do. I like people who have, I like people who kind of still stand for something. But there is also a bit of him that is really dark. I mean, where he's used his platform to actually support the oppressors a few times too, right? But when I saw people kind of responding to them like an issue online, I was like, okay. So it's a big thing then.
Yeah, so it's just brother, how this thing works. I don't know if it's a gift, but I clearly understand how people roll. I know how people think. What it does is not different from what Tunde Ednut does. Tunde Ednut also is also using a similar approach.
Okay.
He made his followers from giveaway. You do giveaway, and then you cover your wrongdoings so that people will fight for you regardless. It's the same strategy Tinubu uses. He helps the people. He helps the likes of Msolomo, Kokozaria, and the rest of them, so that when the election comes, they can always fight for him. At that point they hold they hold him, their allegiance. At that point, there's nothing they can say. So it's the same strategy VDM uses. You understand? You immediately recover 1 million from Ash Moshi. You understand? So that people can also look at him. He has done a good thing.
He actually did.
Yeah, he did.
This is why me I actually see things, okay, Baba. Like, you can talk about what he's done in a way that you'll be like, come on, man. Then you've seen the one that he's done that you'll be like, okay, he actually did that. Like, person that his money was taken and wasn't given back, right? And he managed to get that money back for that person. Won't feel the way you feel. You get what I mean now? But it's just that David called him an opportunist. And he's so right. Like he said, right? Jumping into something, not because you want to help
sort of make people understand better, but it's just to help confuse them more.
Exactly.
And I've seen him do that a few times. Yeah, I've seen him do that a few times.
Same thing. I told you on this program last. I said this guy is nothing but an opportunist and not really an activist, as you guys are expecting. He's an opportunist. That's what he is. Like, he just utilize the whole issue. He turns the table around, spin it off. If you come for him, he then start mentioning how the Northerners have not been feeding. What concerns us with that? Like, it's your issue. Why are you coming? Oh, the Northerners don't worship. The Northerners don't worship money. We don't worship money here, but we see you hanging around with the elites, like the richest people in town. So who are you? That's the story for another day. But Aimakhu, Toyin, nobody is gaslighting. Nobody is bullying you. You said no bullying.
We are in a trolling world. If you know cook, no enter kitchen.
The idea is set no bullshit with that is what we are asking for. Tell us.
Tell us what Tinubu tells you. You did just do all this story. Just sit down and say, okay, this is what he told me.
Exactly.
But if nobody didn't tell her anything, forget it.
Because I'm very open, So I don't know why these people just fall back.
Let me take another one. Thank you so much. Okay. You have a good morning. A lot of you are just like, I like the violence too, but sometimes I said something a while back. I said, stop making foolish or stupid people popular. But we are in the age of the internet. You cannot describe who is going to be popular or who is not going to be. The universe sort of kind of do that on its own. It is the internet. Somebody that you think is nobody, no voice, can wake up tomorrow and the social media will change their personality forever. They are now people who speak to millions of people. And you'll be like, oh, that's it. It's a voice. That's what social media does. And of course, we've had people who have had the opportunity, but they've misapplied them many times, okay? When we are discussing politics, it is because it affects everything. And you cannot trivialize it. So when you want to use your platform to speak about politics that affects the lives of the people, the politicians, the government, the ideal thing is for you to actually please know what you are talking about. Because it will be so sad for you to be passing on your ignorance to millions of those who probably follows you. And that's part of the problem we are facing right now. Making foolish people popular. Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Maiyegun. How are you?
I am very well. Is that Ken?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am very good, man. It's been a while. And yourself, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank God. Thank you for all that you do. But let me go straight to 2 points very quickly. Won't bother you too much. The first one was the lady. I'm trying to remember her name, the one you were talking about just now. Then the Nigerian police, when they want to pick up somebody, instead of trying to pick up who they want, they pick up the. So it has happened to me those days when I was in Nigeria with defense. I got picked up myself by my neighbor, the next door neighbor. So I actually went home. I didn't stay in the base. I actually went home. I didn't want to stay in the base that day. I said, okay, let me just go home and then see my siblings. So I was home. Somebody parked in front of the gate of my house. And then apparently was blocking the entrance, going in and coming out. So because the person didn't come, I left a note on the windshield. The person still did not, after almost 2-3 hours. I'm like, okay, how on earth can somebody park in front of somebody's entrance, not knowing that this is somebody's entrance? So I now put this kind of, this tire lock. I just put it in front just to see if this person who comes, I would like to have a word with this person. So that next time this person Guess what, Maiyegun?
Wow.
Simply because tire lock. The tire lock didn't deflate the tire, didn't do anything, no damage to the car, nothing, just to hold the person down there while I was waiting. When the person came, I had a chat with the person. I saw how rude she was, and I just felt like it was irrelevant. I removed the tire lock. I said, ma'am, the only reason why I put this tire lock, because I know you're complaining, is because I needed you to see how bad where you park and it's blocking the entrance, and you've been here and apparently for hours. So which means I can't go in, I can't nobody can come out. It doesn't make sense. If they do it in your house, how would you feel? Michael, guess what? Guess what this lady did?
What?
Yes. She went to go and pick up some set of, I don't know, from what station, police officers, 2 of them,
Yeah.
to arrest me.
Okay.
I'm telling you, to
Neighbor
arrest
to
me.
neighbor sort of disagreement, yeah?
Exactly. So they arrested
And then
me.
the police, when the police came, what did they accuse you of?
They said I'm harassing, I'm threatening, and I'm threatening her, and I'm harassing her. That was what they were charging me for, and they picked me up. Little did they know
They
that.
you up. They didn't just come to say, oh, let's go to station. Like,
Well, they did, but you have to, I think apparently this one felt that, since I was cooperating, so they were not really going that extreme. Right. So, but they did arrest me. Then they took me. A little did they know that I was with defense, and I was attached to the Navy. They didn't know. So, and I didn't disclose that to them because I felt like this was a civil issue, it has nothing to do, I wanted to.
Why are we having days?
Exactly. So when I got to the station, guess who? Their DPO, their own DPO, the assistant, was the friend to the lady and was the one that sent them to come and pick me up. Could you believe that they put me in the cell?
It's just a show of power, isn't it?
I'm telling you, my brother.
Say, you will sleep in guard room.
I
will make sure you sleep in the cell. Why do you want to make sure I sleep in the cell? What have I done? Because I can.
I don't know.
Because I can lock you up. And that's it. They will lock you up.
Yes. I told the police officer, I said, okay, fine. Your wish is fine. But can I put a call through? They said, oh, sure. There's no crime in that. And I called my CO. I called my CO and my OIC and told them with the station and where I was. But the police still did not know who I was. So I just kept it up. Could you believe that when it was about 4 hours later when they sent the Navy military police to the place. So the person, the DPO has already left, while the other one that was still in the station. So those one that came from the base now told the one they met at the counter that we're giving you 30 minutes. 30 minutes to release this person because you've not told us exactly what the crime is yet. So 30 minutes failure to do that, we will do what we need to do to get him out.
Brought in another superpower to come and show to them that if you don't that, we will do yeah.
Exactly. So when I remember
you go day for weeks.
Exactly. So when I recall what you said about the way some of our people there, tend to bully this other person, bully that and this and that.
Everybody takes their chances, exactly.
Exactly. So I see when I record this episode, I'm telling you, I see myself as guilty as charged. And again, I take full responsibility for those actions I did too, because I felt at that point that okay, is it because I'm not on uniform? Is it because I don't have superior firepower at that time? That's why you send these 2 police because you're a DPO to come and bully me. So if you can do that, I think it's game on. Let me see if I can also bully.
It's a fair game. That point.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, we all, even including me, that did what I did, I as guilty as charged for those things, and that's why when you talk, and when you talk about taking full responsibility, I take full responsibility for my own action too, because what I did there was not acceptable, because it's a civil issue, it's an issue that needs to go through the process the way if the country was really a country, you go through a normal process. I don't have any reason why to use something to jack that tire. It was not justified, even though she was blocked.
You need to defend yourself too. Remember?
I agree, Maiyegun, I understand, but does one madness equal to two madness at the same time?
It doesn't.
It's not just
except in Nigeria. You know that.
Yes, exactly. And then the last but not the least, you remember that your yesterday program when Finn Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, was giving out the SUV to the traditional leaders. I was like, oh my God, these people. Oh, unfortunately, Nigeria is a crime scene, just like you show on the screen. I mean, they never learn. They never, ever learn. They can never learn.
They will never get away with that accusation. They are all the same, man. They are all the same.
And the quagmire, the quagmire here is that if they really want to really see things happening, they just look at what you've been showing for weeks about Kenya. Look at those people. Even though they were killing them, look at what they did, what they single-handedly did, and the way their police, even some of their police and military, the ones that were supporting them, did just to make sure that these people get what they want. But in Nigeria, what do you see? My brother, is captured, like I've always told you before. The whole thing is captured. It's been captured. So I do have a wonderful day.
And you too, and take it easy with you and this your Niger trip, right? Ken, I have another call on the line, but just before we connect this my Oga, I want to say, please take a moment, okay? If you haven't really liked the broadcast yet, I'm supposed to be reminding every one of us, So please take a moment and do that, right? While you are busy. Sorry, before you return back to typing and commenting, okay? Also, to everyone who is sort of moved enough to say, oh, I enjoyed this afternoon, and I'm going to get him a coffee too. Buying me a coffee just simply means that you will use that link in that comment section, right? And it's $5 a coffee, just so you know. $5 a cup. Thanks to every one of you, though. Share this, like it, and if this is your first time on this platform, subscribe first. After your subscription, then go on and set up your notification, and you won't miss anything. I promise you. Take your subscription back after 2 days, if I'm wrong. Or what do you think? The African Wahala. Is that you?
Yes, sir, it's me. Good morning, Maiyegun General.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. It's always a pleasure to call in, to talk to you, just to be a part of the program. And I appreciate what you do. Thank you for your relentlessness.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I was going to say that it would have been great to continue reading on the white malice to finish up the program.
I know.
But for the people's will, the people's vote counts. So we are true Democrats.
And the next time when they say, let us just take course and the way those who wanted us to read wins, everybody have to stay. Don't log out and say, those who are saying they want to read are the ones who won. I'm going away. That's not fair. Because most of those who wanted us to read, they are still here watching. They have not left. And we are not reading.
Just like me.
Exactly.
Example is me. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
So,
please.
Yes, sir. I wanted to talk about Ibrahim Traore once again. The guy has some great qualities of a good leader. And I'm not trying to blow this guy's horn. I'm not trying to blow him through the roof and exaggerate so that he gets to a point where people start worshiping him. I never worship anybody, never. And I encourage everybody to have a space deep down in your heart and criticize anybody. Everybody in the world deserves to be criticized at some point. Now, Ibrahim Traore has proved that he has empathy.
I don't think it is right for people to be doing projecting their own fear on him. Oh, he will soon turn to a dictator. Now, so that they do first. Listen, you don't need to criticize based on what is evident, right? That is discussable, man. Go on, Baba.
Based on that point, that projection point you just made, to be honest, we've been so traumatized for so long that we've become hypersensitive. So I understand if anybody is expecting Ibrahim Traore to become a Sani Abacha in the future. I kind of understand, but I would gladly give a guy like Ibrahim Traore the benefit of doubt. Now, the three guys in that coalition, Ibrahim Traore, Tiachini, and the guy from Mali, in my opinion, Tiachini, the one from Niger, in my opinion, that's just my own personal opinion, is the one that I believe might become that might have a negative impact in the future. And the reason why is because Niger Republic and Nigeria have been so intertwined for so long, we've rubbed off on each other for so long, that I feel like the Nigerian military leader is at the highest risk of becoming corrupt in the future. But that's just my opinion. I have no facts to back this up. Just based on his relationship with Nigeria or Niger's relationship with Nigeria,
Especially
that might happen.
Nigeria, because they see the Nigeria as the 37th state of Nigeria. Don't let us forget that too. But your sort of concern is valid, though. Just so you know. But go on.
Now back to Traore, because me, I like Traore, and I still give him some room to be criticized. If the guy fucks up, I'm not going to hold back and be like, oh, he's a great leader. No.
I'll let you finish. Have you heard this face messing up right now in Senegal?
Yes.
Something a disappointment.
Yes.
Finish your stuff, man. Go on.
Yes. The same way we were celebrating Faye. Me, I kind of took a step back because, I tried to give these guys time to perform. I made that mistake with William Ruto. I was very happy when Ruto got into there in Kenya, because Buhari had showed me Pepe. So once Ruto got into the power in Kenya, I felt like, man, Ruto is the best thing since sliced bread. But I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Same thing with this guy from Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, I want to talk about some qualities of a great leader, especially in a broken society, a society that has been completely destroyed, just like most of our African countries. We all know that Nigeria is probably ranked maybe number one, easily top 3 most destroyed countries in Africa as it stands, in terms of our morality, in terms of our humane nature. We are no longer humane. In terms of obviously, the economy is completely destroyed, the security infrastructure gone, everything is gone about Nigeria at this point. In order to fix such a society, and I know Nigeria will never be fixed. Me personally, I know. You can disagree with me. That's fine.
Like these rogues. That's where people should begin. Like, if anybody wants to convince you that Nigeria can be fixed, right? First thing is that it will have to start from them uprooting an establishment that created these criminals, right? And maybe you can begin to say, okay, maybe. Well, for now, it is, it is a done deal.
I mean, these criminals, they destroyed Nigeria to the extent that Nigerians no longer want Nigeria. How many other nationals of any other country in the world don't want their country anymore? Very, very few. You probably find maybe only one other country in the world where the people don't even want their country anymore. But Ibrahim Traore, I have to use that guy as an example. 4 qualities of a great leader: someone that has empathy, that understands what the people are going through, someone that communicates with the people. So the first quality is empathy. Second quality is communication. You communicate with the people regularly. You let them understand what you're doing. Third quality is, the ability to resolve conflicts. And the fourth quality is a visionary and inclusive leader.
And that guy is
within these 4 qualities. Yes. In my opinion, within these 4 qualities, one of the most important quality is the willingness to die for what you believe in. Especially if you have a fractured society that has been completely destroyed, just like Burkina Faso, just like Nigeria. You have to have someone that is willing to die for what they believe in. So, that being said, if we look around in the Nigerian space, and this is another evidence that these guys in Agbada, they are just there to become rich, use the power to crush the poor people and make sure that they remain poor. That's right. And if anybody disagrees, please prove me wrong. That's just the point I came to drop in the Temple of Truth this morning. Those 4 qualities, especially the willingness to die for what you believe in. None of these guys care about that. So if you're ever going to select a leader in your small capacity, maybe in a local government or a small space, make sure it's someone that is willing to die, especially if your society has been broken. And that's my contribution for the morning.
Thank you. The African Wahala. We heard you loud and clear. Enjoy the rest of the day, man. Okay? Have a good one.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, man. So that's the African Wahala. So indeed, Faye is already falling hand right now in Senegal. He is becoming more and more the poster boy for the same imperial West. He is now being saddled with the assignment to bring back Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger back to ECOWAS. The guy is now saying Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, that they left ECOWAS means it is a terrible mistake, which is against Pan-Africanism. And they've responded. Are you sick? What is Pan-Africanism anymore about ECOWAS? What is Pan-Africanism anymore about AU? Are you joking? Indeed. I don't want to start rating him yet. He's already becoming a letdown, a total disappointment. Who publicly condemned the imperialist, neocolonialism in Africa. He is the president now, the youngest elected president of, in Africa. He is towing the path of his own slave masters. Here is a caller. Here, hello.
Mr. Maiyegun, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's old afternoon. Yeah, the same old.
Thanks for yesterday. I saw the copy you sent. Sorry, copy you sent me, right?
No, you don't have to thank me because you are doing much.
I do have to.
You know what I mean? So
thank you.
It's okay because we have to pay our own due. You've been there. You are trying your best, and I wonder how you are. You've been able to cope, and you continue to. You've been persistent all this while. I don't know how you are doing it, but may the desire or the the flame that is burning in you continue to be burning. Yes.
I know.
Yes. So
I appreciate you more, indeed, right?
Yeah.
And when people come around every now and then like this, when I say if I turn my camera on and I know some of you are going to be here, and indeed you're going to be here, you see that one alone, right, is something, right?
Yeah.
And when you now kind of sit there, spend hours just listening and contributing as well, that's something again. Then when you now kind of get it deeper to the point that it gets you so much that just grab your phone. Man, I need to give this guy something. That is something too. So you see how the sequence of that, these are the way you get to know somebody who is so blessed. And I am blessed. And I'm grateful for having all of you around me. Seriously, right? So thank you.
We're all glad.
Hold up.
Yes. I want to convey something again about the current Tinubu, because I can. In fact, I tried to convince myself to say Nigeria have government, but they don't have any government, right? Because the government, a government supposed to be the one who is in charge of the institutions, right, to make sure that the institutions are doing what they should be doing, and then empower them when it's necessary or give them more money for whatever they need money for.
That's why they are.
Yes, that's what they call government. Yes. So this Tinubu then, because first of all, he never received the mandate of people. People never give him their mandate, right? So
we need to
he
keep
can
reminding people that one, because sometimes they will say, "Oh, it's because you lost. That's why you are unhappy." I say, number one, I not participating in the charade. Number two, right? He didn't win. So you need to be
yes.
reminding
So
people
this,
that one. Go on, Baba.
yes. So I'm so angry somehow that why people seems to be forgetting, and this is their agenda. They want people to forget. They think that the more they are preaching it, to look as if yes, this man was voted for, then that they believe that oh yes, people have been in it. So now they become a bit relaxed. So because now they are in a relaxed mode, Tinubu them, Akpabio,
They are now consolidating, you know, like
on all of consolidate. Yes.
complain. What's on a good too? What you gonna do? Like,
yeah, so these people don't have principle. They don't have any idea. They don't have anything. Look at them when they are talking in their parliament. It seems to me that they are sleeping. It seems to me that they just finish eating eba or amala, whatever it is. They just come, maybe after one bottle of beer or whatever, they just come there, talk rubbish like that one will be saying all kind of jargon, saying, can I hold you there? You know, this Akpabio, the way he talks, it's like you want to put me to sleep.
1,200 bag of fertilizer. Say senators get farms, so wow, they go share them. Then he's talking as if to say, yeah, all of these are going to help the people with the hunger. Baba, do you know that this tariff they said they are removing from imported food, they have deleted the post now. They've deleted the announcement. But yet, Akpabio is still telling people about how Tinubu has removed this. Now food should be cheap in Nigeria. About food in Nigeria, now money to buy them, the problem. Sure you get, but these guys don't know.
Yeah,
they don't know.
So okay, so I don't know where Nigeria can start from, apart from going on the street, render the whole place, you know, useless. Just go on the street, don't allow anything to happen again, and then just put it down, because nothing is working anyway. It's only for them. They don't have any all this Pan-Africanism or do they have idea? They don't have idea. Tinubu is only there to get his own. Use the corrupt system to steal things and go away. In fact, I'm tired of saying stealing and doing this, because it's everybody. I'm tired, but I just want people to come out.
My tire is tired, Papa.
And do something, and at least we here we you know contribute our own to them. I mean, whatever it is, yes, support.
Is the country not even surviving on our back as well? Do you know how many families that have been subsidized from here?
Today alone, since the beginning of this month, I've sent more than 300K to Nigeria, and then it's still counting.
And it's still counting. Millions of people who are also going to send 1 million, 500, 400, 200, 100, 50, 20, 20, 100 here and there every day. So we do not have to be there physically to actually give them any support in them fighting for their own.
Everybody cannot be on the street at a time. Yeah, because we are here already. We have the ability to send you guys things and then do something.
Yes.
Not just sit down there and praying to
daddy. What are you eating now that they haven't shot the country? That's right.
I don't have much to say later on. Thank you for listening, and God bless.
And you too. Thanks a lot for stopping by, okay? So we have another caller on the line. Now, listen, we have about 50 minutes to go, okay? So which simply means that if you are interested in being part of this chat this afternoon, you better pick up the phone. It's not that so busy, I would say, but maybe it is becoming busier now. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Maiyegun.
Oh, good afternoon. Idris, is that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you, Baba?
Yeah, fine. It's quite difficult this afternoon getting to you, unlike before. I don't know. Probably because some are even calling through direct call. I guess so, because there are some times that
it would have been worse.
okay, because I normally there's a way I normally try to call and I'll just get through. I think that the techniques have been working for me for a while. I don't know what's happened now.
Some other people are using
Well,
the same technique though. But you are in. That's what is the most important now. You are here.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let me first start by talking about the one you first raised about that Nollywood actress, that lady, Aimakhu, something like that. So someone, okay, I had a fight with someone now, and you wanted to arrest me, and later you arrested probably my mom or my dad, and you expected me to keep quiet. On a normal thing, shey, it makes sense, yeah. I know because
a lot of it won't make sense. Because, they have the power. I have the power.
yeah. That is like someone like
can arrest you. I'll be like, why? Say, why did you go
like
and what the heck?
to me,
Who is say, let's see what they talk. If they arrest you now, you go they talk, say they are using power. Why do you even think that it is right for them to arrest me because I said something they don't like? See, if it's
Maiyegun, I didn't know. If you go to Twitter now, if you go to Facebook, even I know some of my people that they are giving trolls, as in that hey, that Maiyegun, so that the way he normally talks, he talks shabbily and he talks like this, he talks like that. So why don't you just go and arrest them? Why don't you arrest them, Maiyegun? Why don't you arrest them?
Why?
How many you want to arrest? So and you claim to be a famous person, and don't you know once you are famous, you'll be subjected to anything ridicule. Like me now, I'm not famous, so I can talk, and nobody will say anything. But if Mr. Maiyegun say something now, they're going to pick it up. So I don't know. Get around. They don't have sense.
It is just that people don't know that this world has changed a lot, but somehow they will get to know. It's unfortunate too that Nigeria allow people like that to run like mad that way. But it is Toyin. As you are watching this video, there are so many people that are locked up in different cells, in police cells across Nigeria right now. They were locked up by people who just wanted to teach them a lesson as we speak.
You just want to teach them a lesson. They just want to teach them a lesson.
It's a normal thing in that place. So
it's of course, it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing.
People say more about them. What Toyin just did now should give people the opportunity to actually beam searchlight on this kind of this inhumane treatment, arresting family members of somebody.
Do you know the likes of people that MC Oluomo Kokosari have? They've told the DPO go and arrest that person. Just go and lock him up. I don't want to hear for like more. Just go and lock him up. Many. They work in cahoots with all of them. Yes. All these SARS people, they work with them. So it is a normal thing. It's a normal thing here. Nigeria is just a crime scene like that. It's just a crime scene. And on Twitter, I've been seeing that they've been writing petition against on all our movie that on the Netflix that they should take it down, something like that. Well, that to me, that one will not go anywhere. But to me,
let me tell you what I would do.
Okay.
It's just so.
Okay.
Tony is an idiot, and I don't even.
She's really
because of the kind of hair that all of you are breathing in that Nigeria. You understand? Like, I don't understand why, but somebody like herself in this today's world where we all know what piracy did, okay? So some of these actors in Nigeria that really didn't let them make it. Then streaming time came.
Yes.
So we are now in the streaming era where people can stream your movie on their phones and everything. And this is your life. This is what you do, okay? So there is no way any sensible person will put themselves out there, right? To go and to put themselves out there for any politician, not to talk of APC, like APC for God's sake.
But that is what Eniola Badmus is also doing. But what saved her is that she didn't come. She's not coming to the social media like that. People will have also trolled her like that. So she kept her own. She stopped coming. That is what I expected this lady to also do. Once they are trolling you, don't come. Don't reply them. Just leave them. Just leave them. Just leave. But
people are going to watch your movies. Now, if you do this to them, all they have to do is to make sure that number one, right, they will delete any movie you are in on their Netflix. They will never watch them. Okay.
And let that one start.
So
let it start. Let it see what
Once they start giving you rating,
of what benefits? Of what benefits are they before?
you are finished.
Of what benefits are they before? All their movies and their this thing. What lesson is he teaching us? All of see Nigeria people come and watch Maiyegun. You get the true picture of what Nigeria is all about. But you keep watching all these things. But I keep telling my people. So that one aside, so Maiyegun, I want to talk about this morning I listened to the morning breakfast show. I mean talk show on radio. So I learned that Tinubu wants to give out fertilizer to the people, that he has sent trucks of fertilizer. Okay, now the analysis is that they want to give the senators each senator two truck, while the House of Rep one truck. So to share among the Nigerians, right? No, so are you expecting me that I'm not a politician? I'm not everybody to go. You all know that this thing will be shared equally to within their political as in political loyalists. So now you want to share something. You are sharing. Shall adapt to country in because is it because rats went to one cemetery, started planting something now? So doesn't make it work?
Are you hearing?
God.
It's not a real place. It is like saying, listen to this one, though, right? Imagine if you read the news that the American Congress has decided to give one truck of fertilizers to all of the reps in the American Congress. And then they turn around and say, we're going to give two trucks of fertilizers to the senators in the US Senate. Or we want to give one truck of fertilizer to 615 members of House of Commons in the UK. How would that sound if you were reading that from Nigeria? They say, okay, because of food crisis, so the government is giving one truck of fertilizer to lawmakers. If you read that from Nigeria, wouldn't you think, what the hell, right? Now,
but
here is from
seriously,
Nigeria
it's so ridiculous.
Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture is handling everything that has to do with agriculture, including livestock, farming, fertilizers, loans for farmers, and all of that stuff should be Ministry of Agriculture. But Nigeria is not a real place, Idris. Nigeria is a place where everybody does what they think.
Let me just quickly close my let me quickly wrap up down to because I learned that we want to start protests probably August 1st. So to me, Maiyegun, I will say that I don't see that thing coming to light, and I have my own this thing. The reason is that I haven't heard that if you want to protest, let it just start as in suddenly. Don't let us plan for it, because in Nigeria, if you plan for anything, it will not come to pass. Me, I know for sure that it will not come to pass. If you want to start a revolution now, let it just start from one place. Just like they throw bomb to one place, okay, start from there. Let us start like that. So now today is 10th. We want to start a protest on August 1st. That's around 20 days to time. Don't you think that these people they will plan? They are going to sit in the house and try to bring it down? I don't know, because now I took loan. We've collected a loan before. My father told me that my father told me that each person we are as in ATJ, let's say like 200 or 300,000 now. We hold 300,000. Everybody, is it like you have money in bank or you don't have money in bank, you hold like 300. But now that they are even collecting humongous loans, collecting from Afrexim Bank every year and day. So definitely, I'm at least multi-JB 1 million here without even touching any penny.
1 million. No. The last
it's
like 815 or so thousand. Now,
yeah, roll long. You see life. When
then it jumped to about 600,000
per
person, including your daughter. Everybody, not only you.
So, see life. When in my OP account, my GT account, I have 0 naira. So I'm owing. I'm at one number. Thank you very much, sir.
It is true, right? That Nigeria's debt has crossed 100. Officially, it has crossed $120 billion. You know what that simply means? It means that Nigeria's debt is over 150 trillion naira. Trillion. How many of you can believe that Nigeria's debt was about 13.5 trillion naira 9 years ago? Under Goodluck Egberejo Lantern, Nigeria was in debt of about $13 billion. Today, Nigeria's debt is over $120 billion. And in Naira, it's over 150 trillion Naira. And what do they have to show for it? Poorer electricity generation and distribution, terrorized their country where farmers have been chased out of their farms, and food crisis. Loan. Nothing to show for it other than the poverty that the consequences of the borrowing that the people are now sorrowing has brought upon them. It's a shame, it's sad. Well, it is what people are being told to endure, what people are being told, right, to live with. And sometimes they are told to pray. Stop blaming your government. There is hardship all over the world. There is terrorism in other places. Insecurity is the same all over the world. Minimum wage is still 13,000 naira. I was reading this story, right? There's this lady online, on Twitter as well. And they were talking about living in Australia and living in Nigeria. She was a lecturer in Nigeria. And she was earning, according to her, $110 every month. If you convert her salary in Nigeria, it would be $110. So she went to do her master's in in Australia. In the school where she went to do the master's, sort of kind of talked her into staying back and probably taking a job. And she became a lecturer there in Australia. Now she earns between 1,000, between 1,800 to 2,100 every week. Weekly, not every month too. So they were now comparing that, like, somebody who is a lecturer in Nigeria teaching under that horrible condition, that your frustration inside that same economy, your entire frustration will have to be shifted on your students. And this lady was kind of like, she wasn't making a story of it. It was simply just that people were talking about comparing. And somebody said, I don't even know why people will be comparing this. Do you know what it costs to live in Australia, even though they are making this money? Do you know how much it costs them? Do you know how much tax? Do you know how much they have to pay on bills? These are the humbled slaves of Nigeria that are telling you that it is better for you to be earning 500,000 naira in Nigeria than to be earning $5,000 in America. Our poverty, our poverty-stricken Uluri Brukus, they are mostly in APC, whenever they are comparing like that. Everywhere, there is hardship everywhere. There is suffering all over the world. All the people that are rushing and they are doing jackpot, now they are realizing that Nigeria is better. This is the kind of things that the bad idiots will say. So that lady now said, what do you mean by what's the difference? Okay, I'll tell you. When I was in Nigeria as a lecturer, I was earning $110. And that $110, I couldn't even afford a car. My brother bought me a car, and it was like, we didn't buy me a car. My brother gave me his old car so that I could have something to move about with. And every time I get paid, I'm always having this, my heart out in my mouth, because there's so much bill to pay, and my salary couldn't cover them. She said that. And she said, now I live in Australia. You are asking for the difference, so that's what I'm telling you. I said, I live in Australia now, and I make between 1,900 and 2,100 every week. This lady makes more than $8,000 before tax. And then so now she is able to afford her own car. She has her own mortgage in Australia. She has her own house. And all of this under 3 years, or within 3 years of living Nigeria. Now, if you're asking, if somebody tells you in Nigeria that it's the same all over the world, the minimum wage in Nigeria is still 30,000 naira. They are even still having a chat around if to make it $20 or $30. That's minimum wage. So there is intention of these guys to keep their people in perpetual poverty, because imagine now you have a job that you can actually buy yourself a car.
Would you listen to somebody like Akpabio and not get mad? Imagine if you have a job that you could actually pay your bills enough that you do not have to live from hand to mouth. Would you listen to somebody like, to these criminals and not get so mad and irritated? Like, how could these people be in charge or be ruling me? But when you are poor, all you have to think about is how to survive. What am I going to eat? If I see my mind now, what am I going to eat? Have you ever seen anybody that the truth set them free true? I would rather just keep quiet and follow down these bad behaviors and then eat. It's all about food. It's all about eating. I need to eat too. What is my family going to be eating? If I go out and do that now, if I expose them, and they say who did it and they say it's me, what is my family going to be eating? Me, I'll just keep my mouth shut. Then they continue to project all the lies on themselves. Whatever you are facing in Nigeria, the rest of the world is facing it too. No, the rest of the world is not facing it. And that's why the criminals would want you, they have you where they want you to be. They do. Anyway, we still have, let me see my time. I think we still have like half an hour to go. And my line is still pretty much open. I'll take a break. Just a quick break. Then when I come back, we'll continue. Meanwhile, right? So those who haven't really booked their own place for the Yoruba Union Summit coming up next month, it's practically like 40 days to go. You can book your own ticket and join us in August here in Glasgow, Scotland.
Kò lè bàjẹ́ o, kò lè bàjẹ́ o, àṣà àti ìṣe Yorùbá o, kò lè bàjẹ́ o. Jẹ́rọ̀ o, lónílé lálejò ẹ mọ́ gbọ́, ìgbìmọ̀ májò bàjẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, àpapọ̀ àgbáyé ló rán mi sí yín o, wọ́n ní ìpéjọpọ̀ pàtàkì tí ó wáyé ní ọjọ́ kẹtàlélógún títí di ọjọ́ karùndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹjọ 23 to 25 of August ní ọdún 2024 tàwa yìí náà ní lágòkò ọ̀sán èyí tí ó wáyé ní ìlú Glasgow ní orílẹ̀-èdè Scotland, United Kingdom fún àṣà àti ìṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí náà ní. Olè tí wá lè ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yín, ebó lẹ̀ ń wò lójú amóhùnmáwòrán. Ẹ jẹ́ jọ gbọ́sà Yorùbá lárugẹ.
As you argue, Telobo, you dey speak it tongue go.
Bala. You did speak a tongue. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I kind of have a change of mind. Okay. See, sometimes when the calls are not that rushing, sometimes I could use that space and say, you know what, let's finish early so that we can also start early later tonight. Okay. So I'm thinking I should just let the call part of it go right now. And then we see later in the evening, you know, where we can possibly have it all loaded up. We can have all the full house. Then that's what we're going to do. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time at this noon. I'm going to see you later this evening. Inshallah, I shall be there. I shall be here. You know, but there's a replay coming up after this program. If you miss anything from last night, I advise you watch the replay coming up in the next few minutes. Thanks so much for this afternoon. I will see you later this evening. God willing. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun Diary politico. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.